I live in Leeds. I'm 62 and I've retired now, thankfully, after 40 years working for the civil service. Married, 3 kids, 6 grandkids. Well, I was volunteering at the Rugby League World Cup, and there were a lot of people on there that were talking about Leeds 2023, and I thought it sounds interesting, so I had a look and decided to go for it. My 2 favourites were the Opera North Soundwalk in Leeds, which was where people were given some headsets and a music box and walked around Leeds, and I found that really good, the way people enjoyed that, and I do like opera which helped. And I did, there was a photographic exhibition in Mill Hill called Common Ground, which was where they'd spent a year or 18 months following 5 different religions: Sikh, Christianity, Buddhism, Muslim and Judaism, and taking photos of various things that they've gone, and then they exhibit them in the back of Mill Hill Chapel, and it was really showing that despite all the issues that there were common ground. When I retired, although I liked my job, I don't miss working, not at all. But I did miss that social interaction with people, that chatting, and Leeds 2023 has given me an opportunity to do that. I've learned a bit about Leeds, even though I've lived here for 60 odd years. So I've been to places that I've never been to before, and I've learned a lot about culture, a lot about the different things. It makes you think things that you don't initially think, like the grief series at the Playhouse. That I found that really good, and one of the things that I learned about myself that was really useful for me, that we're talking about grief, might not be necessarily losing a relative or dying, it can be all sorts of things. And when they were explaining what people go through in the way of grief, I went through that when I became disabled and lost the use of my legs, and I had to go through that grief period before I could accept, right, get on with life. There was an exhibition at the Merrion Centre in Leeds of people across Leeds that put in various items, and there was one of the exhibitions were all films and when I was there to do it, this 8-year-old boy came running up to me and he says, "Have you seen mine? Have you seen mine? Have you seen mine?" And he was just a film of his model train set at home with his train going round. And he was absolutely delighted that he had got in, and the joy in his face, and I thought, that's worth tons, is that? The organisation of the volunteer programme at Leeds 23 has been absolutely spot on. You know, I've volunteered at things over the years, various things, and I've never been anywhere that's been as well organised as this. When you retire, somebody, a friend of mine who retired at the same time as me, said, "Well, that's it, David, what's next? Death." And I thought, oh, that's a charming way of looking at things. But there is a bit of, well, what do you do to fill that time? You know, for 40 years I've been working and been useful. There is a chance that you start feeling, you know, and because I'm disabled, to actually get up and get out of the house takes a lot more motivation, because it's not just a case of getting in car and going. I have to do a lot of things, and so there can be a feeling that I'll just say, you know, another episode of Homes of the Hammer. But this has meant me actually get up and get out and do things, and that's real. I've really liked that. That's been real positive.